And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Lyndhurst Community News. Today is September 25th. We are flying through September. I can't believe it. And boy, how the weather has changed. Well, anyway, welcome to Lyndhurst Community News. I'm Brian Haggerty, where every week we offer you news from surrounding churches and schools and organizations, clubs, birthdays and anniversaries of note, whatever you'd like to send in that you feel would be important and like to share with the public here in town. Just send it into lyndhurstcommunitynews@gmail.com. And I thanks to all of you who do that every week. Thank you very much. You help create content for the show. All right, so we've got some things to get into. Let's see what we're going to start off with. Well, for one thing, I just want to remind everybody, so the Golden Bears, the football team, will be facing off this week against Cresskill. This will be a home game at 6:30 this Friday night. They were off last weekend. And next Saturday, they'll be away at Palisades Park, where they face off Palisades Park at 2 p.m. Now, listen, the girls' volleyball team have been doing unbelievably well. They are on a 9-0 winning streak this season. That's incredible. They beat Weehawken 25-8 and 25-10 in 2 games. Then went on to beat, of course, our close rival Rutherford with the 3 games, actually, by the way, 25-20, 24-26, and 25-14. Congratulations, girls and coaches. This is a great season for girls volleyball. We want to make sure that they get that recognition and notoriety. 9-0. That's fantastic. And also, girls soccer beat Secaucus 3-2. And boys soccer beat Secaucus as well, 5-3. So again, congratulations to all of our student athletes and the coaches who work with them. You always make us very proud. All right, now last week, maybe some of you saw it as it traversed down Ridge Road, but the Tunnels to Towers Foundation, which is the foundation, I'm going to talk about it because it's a very important foundation who do amazing things for veterans, first responders, families, people who've been hurt, injured, or, of course, killed as well, stepping in to pay off mortgages and helping people. It's a tremendous organization, and they have a mobile 9/11 museum, which came down to Kearney, which was all arranged by Martin Nystrom. Martin is a first responder himself from Kearney. He used to live in Lyndhurst as well. Served, I believe, on the Lyndhurst Emergency Squad way back in the day. But anyway, he had this vision about educating as many as 1,200 school children about 9/11. Because remember, folks, those of us who are older, we remember 9/11 like it happened yesterday. But a child that was born that year is now basically 23 years old. They don't know anything about it. So anyway, this came to town, and it was opened up to the school children in all of the surrounding areas, such as Harrison, North Arlington, Kearney, and Lyndhurst. And school buses took children there each day from each school to be able to tour the museum and learn and see firsthand things that pictures, photographs, relics, things that are left over from 9/11 to really hit home. And it was a tremendous, tremendous success, by the way. And Marty would like to thank everybody who was involved, including all the area police departments, the school districts, and everyone who played a role in helping these children get to this very valuable and important museum. Now, the Tunnels to Towers Foundation was formed, or established rather, in memory of firefighter Stephen Gerard Siller. Now, he was the youngest of 7 children, born to May and George Siller. And at the age of 8, Stephen lost his father, and a year and a half later, his mother passed away. Can you imagine that? It left him an orphan, but he was raised by his older siblings. Now, for a while, Stephen went through a period of struggle, understandably so, but thanks to the love of his siblings and the values instilled to him by his parents, he grew up to be an extraordinary individual and a dedicated firefighter. More than most, he knew that time was precious and accomplished much in his short 34 years. Now, on September 11th, back in 2001, Stephen was assigned to Brooklyn's Squad 1. But he had just finished his shift and was on his way to go play golf with his brothers when he got word over his scanner of a plane hitting the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Now, upon hearing the news, Stephen called his wife, Sally, and asked her to tell his brothers that he would catch up with them later because he returned to Squad 1 to get his gear. He then drove his truck to the entrance of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, but it had already been closed off for security purposes. Determined to carry out his duty, he strapped 60 pounds of gear to his back and raced on foot through the tunnel to the Twin Towers, where he gave up his life while saving others. And this man had everything to live for. He had a great wife. He had 5 wonderful children, a devoted extended family and friends, and just a tragedy, like so many other tragedies that day. And like Stephen, so many other people who had lost their lives and continue to do so. This was of course, a 9/11 event, but this continues because we have first responders who lose their lives all the time. We have veterans, people, the military people are losing their lives. And so this organization is dedicated to helping the family members who are left behind to basically pay off their mortgage and have what they need to go on with some type of a normal life. Now, they've raised over $500 million so far, and they've honored 1,200 mortgages. They paid off 1,200 mortgages for people. And they do things. They have fundraisers such as 5K runs and all sorts of events all over the place. It's a growing organization, and they've educated. We talked about the students. Well, even though all the area students here got to see it, they have had 650,000 students walk through the mobile 9/11 museum. And by the way, folks, I mean, this is one of the most things I know when it comes to charity organizations. If you look through them and you find out so many of them, only a small percentage actually goes to the charity. Well, with Tunnels to Towers, 95% of every dollar donated goes directly to their programs. They are 100% accountable and with full transparency, and that's the rating they got by Charity Navigator. So they are the real deal. And I highly recommend, if you're going to donate this year or before the end of the year, please consider a donation to Tunnels to Towers. They are a truly excellent organization. And there's even somebody local who had perished, a police officer, and leaving behind a wife and 2 children, and their mortgage was paid off by Tunnels to Towers. So this is a real group that does wonderfully things to really help our first responders who put their lives on the line every single day. So again, thank you, Marty, for having reached out to me several months ago to let me be aware of this as it was coming. And you did a lot of hard work there, Marty, and I know how committed you are. And we're all very grateful to you, as we are to, of course, every first responder. All right, the Lyndhurst Historical Society, they're having a fundraiser, and it's going to be something you want to listen to because you can preserve the memory of a loved one, a friend, a family member, whomever, because they are putting out engraved pavers. So preserve your name, the memory of a loved one, special anniversary, or event. Become a part of Lyndhurst history. The pavers will be placed along the fence on the Fern Avenue of the Lyndhurst Schoolhouse. And it's a 4-inch by 8-inch personal paver, and it's $150. And they have the flyer where you can, if you want to get one, obviously call Lauren at 201-873-4722. I'll leave that in the description box. And just try to get it to them as soon as possible. So this is a great way just to, you have grandparents, somebody, anybody whose name that you want to memorialize. It will stay there in, of course, Lyndhurst's official museum, which is the Little Red Schoolhouse down there on Riverside Avenue. So I think it's a great idea. And Little Red Schoolhouse, they're open, by the way, twice a month. I have the hours here. So they're open the 2nd and the 4th Sunday of every month from 2 to 4 p.m., and admission is always free. It's a great place to bring the children. They change out the some of the main things that they're showing there. They have to rotate some of their displays, that's the word. But they're always open on the 2nd and the 4th Tuesday. Bring the kids. It's a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon and learn about the history of our township. All right, we're coming up to the feast of St. Francis of Assisi, who was the patron saint of animals. And we have 2 churches in town who are actually having a blessing for animals. So the Mount Carmel Social Concerns Ministry will host its 2nd annual Blessing of the Animals service on Sunday, October 6th, from 1 to 2 p.m. in the Parish Center parking lot, which is at 146 Copeland Avenue. Light refreshments will be served. The blessings will begin promptly at 1:30, and all are invited to bring their animal companions to the blessing. Now, all types of pets are welcome. Your pet must be on a leash and/or in an appropriate container carrier. You could also bring a picture of your pet if they don't want to travel. Some pets don't want to go somewhere. They think they're being brought to the vet. A member of the Humane Society of Bergen County will be on site for those who may be interested in adopting a pet. The following donations for the Humane Society are appreciated and will be accepted on the day of the event: Friskies canned food, poultry flavors; Hills Science Diet, dry kitten food; paper toweling, trash bags; bleach, dish soap, liquid and soap, hand soap, laundry detergent, and Airwick or Glade plugins. Those are all acceptable donations, greatly appreciated, as well, of course, as monetary donations will also be accepted. And on October 6th, on the exact same day, at the exact same time, Sacred Heart will be doing the same. So if you're a parishioner of Sacred Heart, bring your pets to the church parking lot up there after the 1 p.m. Mass on the 6th to receive a special blessing for your family's pet. And if classic antique cars is your thing, well, we got something for you. Mayor Jan Giarrusso and the Board of Commissioners invite you all to join Lyndhurst's 3rd annual Antique Car Show on Sunday, October 6th. It's going to be a busy day. You can do this in the morning and then bless the pets in the afternoon. It'll be at the Town Hall Park. Of course, Delafield Avenue will be closed off, and it'll be from 12 to 5 p.m. Now, it's free to enter a car. No, fee. The fee to enter a car is $20. However, no registration is required. There will be live music there in the park at the bandstand featuring Lyndhurst, the Cameos. I say Lyndhurst because we're so familiar with the Cameos. They've been playing for us for decades now. And food and beverages will be available. Car entrances begin at 9 a.m., and there will be trophies given for each class. And Lyndhurst Competition Cheer will be hosting a pocketbook bingo on October 2nd at the Lyndhurst Senior Building. The doors open at 6:30 p.m. Bingo starts at 7:30 p.m. The entrance fee is $30, and you may register by using the link that I'm going to leave in the description box. Any questions you may have can be directed to lyndhurstcheer@gmail.com. And again, I will leave that in the description box. And as we get into the colder weather, it's also going to be flu season, so it's time to get your flu shots, folks. And the Lyndhurst Health Department, under the direction of Public Affairs Commissioner Karen Haggerty and Health Coordinator Janine Barone, are holding a flu clinic. Twice, by the way, October 16th from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and again, October 23rd from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Now, that will be at the Lyndhurst Health Department, which is at 253 Stuyvesant Avenue. If you have any questions, you may call the Health Department at 201-804-2500. And there's going to be a lot going on in town next weekend because on Saturday, not only do you have the car show, but also at the American Legion at 217 Webster Avenue, we will have Kenny's annual Clam Lovers Barbecue. So if you love clams, and even if you don't, by the way, we've got all sorts of food for you there, but we steam clams. We do them on the half shell. So you can have them fresh as well. But you also have hot dogs, hamburgers, potato salad, sausages, you name it. We're going to have a lot of fun there. And it's only $40. You don't have to even get them ahead of time. Just show up that day right there in the park, which is between Webster Avenue and Park Avenue. The big tents will be up, and it looks like the long-term weather forecast right now is looking for a great day. And if the weather is great, we're going to have a live band playing for the very first time. And that's going to be the Darla Hood Band, a local band who plays all your favorite oldies. So it'll be a great day. Come on out, bring your lawn chair. Of course, we do have chairs. The tents will be up. The kids will be able to play different games. They have cornhole and other things going on. So come on out, enjoy a wonderful day to come together. So that'll be going on October 5th, Saturday. So next weekend, lots going on. You could eat clams, you could look at antique cars, and you could have your pets blessed. So take advantage of it, folks. And just a reminder, this weekend, Lyndhurst is having a town-wide garage sale on Saturday and Sunday, and that's going to go from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Permits and fees have been waived for this garage sale weekend by the Lyndhurst Board of Commissioners. So if you want to participate, email judyb@lyndhurstnj.org with your name, your address, and the date you will be participating. You can send your donation of either $10 for one day or $20 for both days via Venmo to the Lyndhurst Police Emergency Squad. However, today, the 25th, is the deadline to register. But if you, not regardless of registering, I just think it's important everybody know, because you can now spend this whole Saturday and this whole Sunday driving around to seeing if that garage sale somewhere may have that one thing that you need for your home. And it helps the people having the sales to get some cash together and clear out their attics and their garages and get rid of things that maybe are no longer of need to them. And that's about all there is this week, folks. So, lots going on. Fall is here, temperatures are dropping, days are getting shorter. But it's important to always remember to get to know your neighbors and to keep this township continuing with the wonderful legacy of family and friendship and commitment to one another. Remember, a community is not its roads, its buildings, or its houses. It is its people. So we'll see you next week, folks. God bless you and God bless our township. Take care.